Really?
Live stream. Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's see. I choose a different email for some reason.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if we are
Really?
live. We are live. Okay. We're live on my other channel. I have two channels and but we're here. So now that we're here, John, a little bit of technical difficulty. I guess we can expect that in today's technology. Uh, Welcome back to my channel, and we are going to co-collaborate. This is video one of many videos that we're going to be doing for indefinitely because I think
Mhm.
there are people that really need to get end swiping, right? People need to end swiping. They're tired. They have what I coin ODF, which is online dating fatigue, and they really want to meet someone special. And it starts with the first impression, right? John, can you share with everybody who you are very quickly? And, every week we'll get to know you and me a little bit more. And today we're just really going to be talking about the importance of authenticity in your photo. You're the expert at that. So take it away.
John Fisher, and I've over 15 years I shot about 1,000 clients, middle-aged women mostly, and I dialed in a way to both make these photos for this specifically for dating, for online dating, two things: how to make them feel better about themselves and how to know for sure that they are a catch, to remember that they are. And actually, when I shoot in a particular way, um, the photos work better because they're natural, they're genuine, the smiles are not forced, they're genuine expressions of joy. And so I have a course, so I have that to share with you with singles to learn how to take their photos better.
Yeah, I mean, with our collaboration on the end swiping program, can you share with the audience sort of like what can they expect? Because there are people who hire you, right? And I've hired you, and I've hired you to work with some of my VIP clients who have absolutely loved their photos. You definitely have a way and style of capturing someone's authentic self, but what can they expect inside the program that we can share without giving away all the secrets?
Well, this is obviously for mostly for selfies. So we're all doing selfies all the time, or some people are. And even when you're with a friend, there's actually ways of tricking yourself. It's really mostly about tricking yourself to forget that there's a camera in your face, even for a microsecond. And during that microsecond, that you're just being happy or being whatever, but mostly just being content, being happy, forgetting about the camera. And if you click at the right time, then you now have somebody, you show your potential match, not I know how to do a good smile, but you show them, oh, I'm a content person. I'm confident, content, and happy. And that actually does two things. It allows your potential match to know, oh, okay, I could be nice at least to enjoy spending time with this person because they're a happy kind of person. And two, honestly, if you're an older person, especially, but not necessarily, genuine smiles actually change one's perception of attractiveness. Like a scared smile, the emotion showing up in your face matters. And if that emotion is joy, it actually literally changes one's perception of your own beauty, actually.
Yeah, the interesting thing with many clients that I work with currently and have worked with in the past, it's interesting, no matter how successful they are or how attractive I feel that they are and that I know they are, so many people, John, don't like to take pictures of themselves. And they
Right.
will always, how many times have you heard, I'm not photogenic. I hate taking pictures of myself.
Yeah.
How often do you hear that?
Oh my God. So many times. And people like one person like so many times eventually said, she canceled like 10 times for the photo shoot. And maybe not 10, let's
On
say
you, like,
five.
sure, on you, right? Like, photo shoot date is coming, and this person is like, I'm not ready, or they want to reschedule. There's always an
Or
excuse.
there's an emergency that happened. And it really, she told me later, she was just so scared she didn't want to. Eventually she did. And it wasn't like, I think I'm not photogenic. It was, I know I'm not photogenic. And
Ooh.
that brought me joy when I just, and actually, it's funny. It wasn't necessarily my photography skills. Eventually, she saw the photos and she said, "Oh my God, I didn't realize how beautiful I was." And honestly, those were photos that weren't a perfect photo. It was I caught her off guard just being happy. And when she saw that, she was able to believe, "Wow, I didn't realize how beautiful I was." And that really touched my
Right.
heart actually when I heard that.
Yeah, and you have the gift of capturing the essence, and it's true. I've worked in film and TV, and I anybody who has a social media profile or who would classify them as a influencer. I've been hired by companies and paid to be a brand ambassador because I matched their profile or the image or whatever it was that was associated to the brand. What I like to work with people on, and my part of the end swiping is really on the inside mental side, which you also capture in the photo, but it's getting prepared for that photo shoot as well as complementing the photos with the right words to say in description. However,
Mm.
a great photo when done correctly, which John shows you how inside the program, speaks volumes. It says a lot from, learning how to smize. And if nobody has heard the term
Wow.
smize,
I have not. What is
okay,
that?
what? Oh my gosh. Smize is smiling with your
Well, I
eyes.
can imagine. Wow, that's
So
wonderful. I
it's
love it.
literally you don't even, yes, you might not even, you have a slight smile, but smiling with your eyes is eyes are like the windows to the soul, right? And how you look at someone can change subtly from curiosity to seduction to intent to anger. Like I don't know how many muscles we have in the face. My understanding, and I should know this, I think there's hundreds of muscles in the face, right?
Mm.
From what I understand. When you look at us at a biology class, you see all the muscles in the face. And anybody who's done Botox, I mean, those nurses know exactly where to inject and what muscle to like pinch so that you don't have the frowns or whatever. I haven't done that in a while, so the eyes tell a lot. The smile tells a lot. Subtlety for people who don't like their teeth. There's something in body language, from me. If I was just here back like this, not pay like my posture says a lot or can say a lot about my mood, about my you know, environment, maybe personality. Because if you're all your photos, you're like kind of like this and you're not really looking, I mean, that looks like a very shy, timid person. And then someone else could be like a little crazy, right? So just wanted to share that in it's
Love
important
it.
not just to take an image that resembles you, but that you truly do embody or at least strive to embody the image that you are showing to people. Because if
Absolutely.
you're faking an image and then you're not that person, it's okay to, I feel like it's okay to show your shy side or your extroversion side or whomever you are. So maybe talk a little bit about that, John, because we're not all the same.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I love the smiles. I think I want to bring you on as a guest speaker in the chorus because that's cool. I've never heard that phrase and I just love it and I
Oh
get
my
it. A lot
gosh,
come
smize is smiling with your eyes. Yeah, it's a
but
smile.
actually I get the concept,
Mhm.
obviously, and often like you can't construct a genuine smile intentionally. So the course that really makes it easy for people to do on their own. It's really you get yourself or somebody helps you get into a genuine state of something. Often it's just being happy. And you can't fake being happy, even by smizing, but the eyes end up being what is communicating the joy. And so if you get in a state of joy and then are able to capture the photo at that time, it's showing you, oh my God, you're a happy person. And I have there's like kind of tricks to get you there. You don't have to be a professional photographer to do it. You don't, it's not about posing, it's about being like Karma is saying, it's like, faking it doesn't work in dating. It's like, okay, you know what somebody looks like, but you might want to know what they're like. Will I enjoy just simply having a date with them? Like the first
Yeah.
date, you have to have some level of confidence, not just, if they're pretty enough or whatever, but just, oh, will I even enjoy this date? And often that's, I kind of get them a little, I get them enough to trust that, oh, I think I want to give this a shot. It's a lot about trust, and having authentic images just significantly add to that, to not make it a risky adventure.
Yes. And something that we probably will have to do in the end swiping 2.0 version is the video piece, because there
Right.
are videos like on apps like Bumble. Bumble, you can leave a voice note, right? And say something about your voice so people can hear your voice. A lot of people associate the sound of a voice with attraction as well. A voice can be sexy, appealing, cute, manly, seductive, like quirky. You can hear tonality in voice as well, right? And with video too, it's what I wanted to say as well is for people who may not think they're photogenic, if you go in front of a camera that is an actual video, at somewhere in that millisecond or in that scroll, you're going to find like an authentic photo too, right? I'm not suggesting that, but because that's not your style. But
Yeah,
when we do video,
yeah,
you can also see
absolutely.
that. Like, I don't know if you know this, but on the iPhone, or I don't know if Samsung has this, but I'm using iPhone, Apple product, don't hate me. When you do a live photo, the live photo actually captures multiple shots of you, right?
Mm,
And so you can get to the point where you can choose that photo in the live screenshot that actually gets you, because there's a difference from
that's perfect.
to it's so
Perfect.
crazy.
Yeah, and I really, part of my course is like I kind of, even not having that, like part of it is taking a bunch of pictures during this moment. And actually, I just want to back up about, the people out there, especially women who think that they're not photogenic.
Hmm.
Just so you know, it's not true. I'm just like speaking, like I'm looking at you and looking at you. It's not true, period. And I get
Hmm.
that you feel that way when you see the photos, but the reality is that photogenicity, from my perspective, and I trust me, it's true, because remember, 1,000 clients for this, 1,000 clients seeing their images later and saying, "Oh my God, I'm so beautiful." It's like 90% emotions. So if you're scared, if you're insecure, if you're scared and then taking the picture, what that's going to capture is your insecurity, and that's not pretty. So if you can, that's why like this course is all about just stupid stuff. Some of it is some ways to trick yourself to forget you have that horrible thing called a camera pointing in your face and getting scared. If you could not be scared for an instant, it's going to capture your real beauty, your natural beauty, and you'll remember again that you truly are photogenic, because you truly are, and you just don't see it because of the way you react to the camera. That's all it is.
Very true. I have seen in real life. I did a reality show for 4 years, and it was Mom versus Matchmaker, and 60 episodes. So 60 episodes means 60 different moms, women that had to be on camera. That's reality TV. So these are not actors. These are not paid actors. So I would see them, not all of them, go from talking to me, and then the camera's on, and uh, all of a sudden just frozen, right? And we
Right,
have to do,
right.
I love to call myself the one take wonder. I'll toot my own horn there, but I've always been pretty dramatic since I was a kid. But, it helps when they have someone like me who can also bring that out. So I don't know if in your course, and I do believe you have instructions to where a friend can take a photo,
I actually
or
do,
right,
actually
you
do.
you do have that. And why that's important is don't
Absolutely.
bring the dull critical friend, don't bring the envious friend, because you're never going to look good and they're always going to have something to say. Bring the one that thinks you're a freaking rock star,
That's
right?
exactly it.
And like
Absolutely.
my daughter, my 8 year
Absolutely.
old, she's both my frenemy and my number one fan, my bestest friend in the whole world. But because in the middle of, oh, mommy, don't do that. That is not a good look. She's also, I love you, mommy. You are so
Oh,
pretty. Or you are, you know, she's real, but she has more encouraging words to say than she does have critique. And I know there's
mhm.
women out there and men out there that almost subconsciously make you feel small. So don't pick those
Right.
people, right? And
It's
sometimes,
exactly that.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
not even aware sometimes. And I had to learn this through therapy. When you grow up under a lot of critique, and when you grow up being, told you're not good enough or this or that or whatever your situation is, or you struggled in school and you felt that way and you thought there was evidence that you were that way, sometimes you can't recognize when people are feeding these negative thoughts in you, and
Yeah.
now it becomes part of your belief system. So really think about, who am I around that makes me feel good?
I
Who am I
love that.
around that genuinely just really supports me, right? Pick those people. And I can tell you, there is nothing, unless they're an evil human being. I love when people ask me for help, because
Mm.
gratitude is is easily obtained when you can help another person, right? Because you're now in service instead of, wanting and getting and striving. Being in service to someone is really great. And you can do that person a favor too. Maybe you try. If you're too scared, say, you know what? Can you be my guinea pig? Let me take your photos and then have it turned around.
Absolutely.
I'm just
Absolutely.
sharing
That's,
that came off
yeah.
the top of my head. What do you think about
I
that?
think that's in the, no, I think that's, I haven't looked at the, I think that's in the course too, actually, is
Wow, okay.
to swap time. Either, it's funny, exactly what you're saying. Make sure if you want to ask a friend to take pictures of you, make sure you find that person that is not envious, is really thinks the world of you, and really actually thinks of you even better than you think of yourself. That person. When your
Yeah.
own insecurities, they can, like your daughter, they see you sometimes the way you're not even seeing yourself.
Yeah.
That's the person to ask to take your picture, because when you look in their eyes, you'll feel it and you'll like,
Yes.
oh, okay, got it.
I'll give another mental resource that'll help somebody prepare for playing a character, if you will. So there's a book called The Alter Ego, and it's written by Todd Herman. Met the author, great book. And the alter ego is literally, sometimes the alter ego can come in a form of heels. Sometimes the alter ego can come in a form of glasses. All of a sudden, I feel
I
smart,
love it.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm wearing my heels, I'm no longer in mom mode. I'm in kind of work mode. I'm in boss mode, right? Or I'm in lover mode if I'm wearing my high heels. I'm certainly not in dig a ditch mode and hike mode, right? But if I'm putting my ball cap on, or here, I'll give another example, because props, and I think this might be your alley too, John. Props are a way to make people feel a little more, now I'm
I love
doing my Marilyn mode, or
it.
I am doing my, tea, or actually stewardess. Now I
I
feel like I'm
love
a
it.
stewardess, right? And
Right,
and
totally.
and sometimes you need that prop or thing that makes you feel powerful or dainty or cute, or for men, it could be masculine. Maybe you've got that favorite. Now, I don't know what you think about ball caps, John. I personally don't mind a photo with a guy with a ball cap and sunglasses, only if it's not his main profile photo. Okay. It
Right.
has to be in the gallery. I don't mind that at all. And I actually don't. I think if there's an edge, or you've got your favorite shades, or you've got, again, your favorite cap, your favorite heels, your favorite belt, or, accessory, I think you should wear those, because sometimes that brings out the alter ego. And the alter ego is pushing you outside of your comfort zone and being a certain way and acting that character for the camera. And that is something that I also advise my clients, if they need that little, boost or pick me up, whatever that might be.
Mm,
What
I
do you think
love
of
it.
that?
I totally love it. And I think there might be some, various ways to get that, to be that before the clicking, to somehow clothing or position or even posing of
Hmm.
strength, like for guys, strength. And sometimes there's, I mean, it's not in this particular course, but to get a guy's strength, sometimes it's literally picking up some really heavy rock, something really heavy, or pushing against something to feel to truly feel it. Just like you're saying, sometimes clothing could shift how you feel about who you actually are. And sometimes you can use various ways to get there. And I love that. And there's
Yeah,
one
I
thing
think
I
on date
want to,
on sorry, on
yeah.
dates sometimes guys will, or I'll see you see this on TV. Okay, guys trying to pump himself up. Oh, let me do some quick push-ups. Let me do like the power pose or
Right.
lift
It
some weights. It's
works.
like, do I look bigger now? Like, so to your point, yeah, sometimes there's an
It
action
could
that you have
work.
to take. Yeah.
Yeah. Another
Love
cool
it.
thing is that, just to, push this way of taking pictures, if they're believable, like so the whole concept of the way that you're going to learn how to shoot with this course is you're going to have trustworthy photos to your potential matches to see how wonderful, pretty, confident, whatever the different things are, to truly see it because they're going to be authentic images. But guess who else it's going to be able to convince? Yourself. Like normally, if there's a photo with great lighting and a beautiful pose photo, a beautiful, great smile, let's say, but it's posed, oh yeah, you did a good job, great photo. Yeah, my makeup was perfect, the lighting was perfect. But what if it's a sense of a candid, if it's trustworthy, you could look at that photo and go, oh my God, I didn't know I was that. And to truly believe it yourself, and I recommend that people make a print of it and have this image next to their laptop, next to the computer when they're interacting with other people on dating, because they can look at the photo and remember, oh yeah, I am that, and be able to communicate with the potential matches, not from oh, will you please date me, to I'm worthy. And that really does, am I correct, Carm, how much difference that could have to an interaction? What do you think about that? If somebody has that sense of themselves before they're interacting, what could that do?
I mean, um, you're really just defining confidence. And
Hmm.
confidence, in my mind, you're defining confidence, and confidence is beyond just like it's the knowing who you are and being self-assured. And as you said, energy is something that you can pick up on even through a photo. Okay. And when I
Hmm.
talked about the smiles, the difference between looking and smiling, even with the subtlety of your eyes, right? The difference between slouching and, putting your shoulders up. The difference between, for women, sometimes totally covering up because they don't like, look, I'm older. I got wrinkles on my neck. I can't hide that, right? But if my smile and my eyes are like, you're not really noticing. I'm pointing out
Right.
insecurity I have at my age, right? The other thing I want to say about that is remove every obstacle about that camera by being comfortable yourself. And for
Hmm.
myself, being comfortable is also, are you having a good hair day? Do you need, I'm not, I know, John, you and I have also talked about authentic photos and glamour shots, right? Like there's a difference between you going to your own, not your wedding, but being the maid of honor at a wedding or speaking at a gala. And you're going to do your makeup much differently for a gala event than a first date, right? So that's one thing that my most recent client said. It's like, I know you focus on, these pictures and they got to be great and this and that, but he was overlooking the point. Once he got the photos, he understood, now I get it. To your point, John, it was like just showing him, but to
Hmm.
show him required me to set up environments of him doing the
Right.
things that he normally loves, which is having dinner. We were having dinner, so like naturally, and we're having conversation at dinner. And my photographer was photographing him and I in conversation, not aware that the camera was there, and caught some epic moments. Walking down the street myself, I did my own photo shoot. What do I do when I'm on the street? except when I'm crossing. I'm sometimes on my phone. I'm looking on my phone. I'm talking on my phone. I'm looking around. So, what do my photos show? Me doing my thing. I'm not conscious of, oh, shoot, is my hair okay? Do my clothes fit? So, when you choose outfits, it's a comfortable, stylish, right? It's comfy chic. It could be stylish chic, whatever it is. But if you're wearing something that you're already concerned that, oh, they can see this roll, or it's too tight, or brand new pair of shoes. Oh God, I would not wear a brand new pair of shoes to a photo shoot unless I'm sitting down and not walking, because you got to break them in and now you're like uncomfortable. So just it's about being comfortable. So that's the long-winded
Wonderful.
answer about your what you're saying about confidence. Yeah, if I'm in my head, I'm not even in the conversation. If we were on a first date, it's the same rules of photo shooting that I would say how you would feel on a first date. If you are not prepared for that first date, you're not in the mood, you're not dressed well, you're worried about clothing, you're worried about all kinds of things except being present on the date. The photos that you capture, John, is about being present in that moment, experiencing the emotion that you're trying to capture, which for most
Absolutely.
parts is joy. Okay. We want to capture the joy, the approachability, the fun. And the only sidetrack to that, I would say, depending on the kind of relationship you're looking for, I don't mind flirtatious. I
Sexy.
don't mind photos that have a little edge to them or flirtatious if that's your vibe, right? But then again, whatever you put out there is going to attract the equal opposite, right? So who
Absolutely.
normally goes for the flirtatious? They make this assumption, oh, she must be easy or he must be a playboy. Like that's somebody else's also stereotype, right?
Yeah.
So own who you are. It's okay. And part of the next stage is doing the filtering, right? Right now we're talking about attracting. Everything that is in the program is about attracting. The next part is about you filtering. But I'd rather have more choice than an empty inbox. Okay, because an empty inbox means I don't get to choose anybody, right? But at least if you've got great photos in your authentic self, you're attracting the kind of people that have a sense about you based on how you're putting yourself out there. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And just to let you know, so I'm not sure how much more time we have. Are we running out of time?
We probably got 5 more minutes, and
Okay, so
we're going to be back. We are going to be back, and I think we covered a lot.
but
Go ahead.
but now so just to let you know, you just gave the audience such a wonderful taste of your wisdom in this
Mhm.
whole industry. Like you get it. You get the subtleties of it and how to do it right, how to do well, how to feel good doing it. And your part of the course is just packed, from safety, from doing it safely to preparing to messaging. It's just
Yes.
like so packed with a guide and really most of it will be once you have the basic attraction from the photos, then you
Hmm.
have the volume. Now what? And you just
Right.
gave people such a wonderful taste of the now what with all your ideas you just shared right now. And do you have
Well,
other
yeah, it's
like gems you might want to share with them, or what else might
um
be in your part of the course that they
well
really. Yep, go ahead.
for just for context, I do this for a living, right? John does this for a living. He is and not like one of the best online dating photography coaches and photographers that specializes in online dating profile photos. I specialize in matchmaking, attraction, and getting people visible in the right way, right? So all of the advice that I share comes from real time experience, real time clients, and personal experience, professional experience. Over 32 years working with singles in the love space. That's all I can say. So it doesn't come. There isn't a Bible per se or a guidebook. Some things are just learned. It's like the school of life. I went through the school of matchmaking and dating, from what to do, what not to do, for what thousands of people have told me pisses them off, or that they can't stand, or that they love, or they want to see more of, or I wish men would do this, or I wish women would do that. So I'm really pouring in everything that I've learned very openly within this course. And so we are going to link it to in the description. It is on the YouTube channel. And John, do we have a special promo going on right now? What is it we offering it for now?
Well, first of all, just so you can remember the name, it's going to be in the banner, it's going to be linked, but it's also very easy to remember, endswiping.com. And get right to the course. And there's a 20% discount code, and it's lowercase swiping 20. And that'll get you 20% off the course. Just for
There you
people who are
go.
watching this
Yeah,
right now.
swiping 20. Get it while it's hot so your fingers can stop being hot and fatigued and you stop swiping and you start dating. That's all I want to leave people with is online dating is not about swiping, it's about meeting people in real life. And your best chance at doing that is by starting with an incredible photo. So thank you, John, all the way from Costa
Great
Rica.
to talk to you.
I am in Canada right now. I'm usually in some different part of the world, but I happen to be in Canada right at the moment. So thank you all for watching. You can follow us on socials. You'll see everything in the description below, and we will be back next week. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Bye.